This is Eagle Owl, and today I will be talking about Jalen Hurts, Jason Kelce speak to the media, what's going on in the locker room. Also, we got to talk about Nick Sirianni and Josh Sweat want to whoop on Jonathan Gannon. And lastly, we're going to talk about A.J. Brown. Yes, A.J. Brown, I guess somewhat made a statement through the media, but let's get straight into it. As you hear my voice, I'm sorry, I lost it. I'm sick, but we gotta put this content out, man. Sorry if it sound like I missed some words, but let's talk about the injury report. I love the injury report and I love what I've seen, but let's go over it. All right, so you got Darius Slay still dealing with the knee injury. Zach Cunningham was limited. Nicholas Merle was limited. Not too worried about the linebackers because I like how Van Summerlin played. And also I like how Shaq Leonard played as well. Both played really well. So it would be great to at least have Zach Cunningham back. We will see. But Zach Cunningham these past couple weeks been dealing with some injuries. So in my opinion, I think they should just let the two rest until the playoffs start. Then you probably play Shaq Leonard and you play Zach Cunningham together. Landon Dickerson looked like he will be back. We know he just had the thumb injury, had to miss last game, which Opeta did really good in my opinion, based on the game film. I didn't see like the PFF grades or anything like that. You know, it looked like he did really good. Avonte Mattis is a full participant again, but this is what Avonte Mattis had to say about his status of playing against the Cardinals.
Swarming to the ball, which is good.
I'm sorry if you've been asked this already. You probably have been, but what are your chances of coming back on Sunday?
I'm not sure yet. I'm still going through a week. It's a thing where I have to, make sure have the physical traits of being able to, play a certain amount of plays and not be as tired as much. So, I just slowly progressing throughout the week. Getting a lot of practice reps in as much as I can and running to the ball, make sure I get my stamina good. MAC.
See, he's saying he's just trying to get caught up to game speed because he haven't played the game since the Vikings game. And he only played, like the first, second quarter of that game. So it been a couple weeks. Definitely been a couple weeks. So hopefully Avonte Mattis will be ready to go and is in game shape. That's what I believe is with him. He's trying to get in game shape. But all right, let's get into the topics, man. Let's talk about Jalen Hurts and Jason Kelce. Both spoke to the media. Jalen Hurts spoke to I guess you can say the local media about, the Cardinals. They asked him about this meeting I heard nothing about. But let me go ahead and play this clip.
You were kind of in the locker room talking to Devontae, talking to Kelce, and obviously without asking what you were talking to them about, is it kind of a thing where it was things that you wanted to address during the game that concerned you? I mean, what was kind of going on there?
Yeah, very observant of you. Those are conversations that happen every game. The things that you don't see, and sometimes, people don't know what they don't know. But in terms of just constant pursuit of excellence and playing to the level we want to play to, that takes all 11. It takes great communication. It takes great leadership. And so, those conversations go on just for the betterment of us as a team, talking about what we saw and how we can continue to move forward.
When you look at this Cardinals defense, is there
as you see, I guess they was talking about the frustration and how they lost, how they won against the Giants, but they want to win in a certain fashion. But Jalen Hurts basically says, none of your business what we have meetings about. So shout out to Jalen Hurts, man. He had to let the reporter know, look, that's between us. You guys do your job. I get it, but I'm discussing this with my teammates. So shout out to Jalen Hurts. And Jason Kelce was also asked about the team frustration, and he made some good points. But let me go ahead and play this clip.
Publicity, I guess, being made about sideline yelling matches and guys voicing frustrations. Let me tell you, the best thing that guys can do is voice frustrations. The worst thing you can do is not tell anybody, or maybe tell a guy on the side. I think people talking is the only way you're going to get to the bottom and the root cause of, what needs to be fixed. So I think for us, just keep coming to work with a desire and a curiosity to figure this thing out and get better, and to improve your game. And if you come to the building with energy and excitement and a grind and an effort to get better, that's all you can do. And I think that naturally that'll rub off on other guys. And I think it's that's how you have to operate.
All right, as you see, I like what Jason Kelce said, because Jason Kelce is saying, like, look, yeah, we frustrated this and that, but it's good that we voicing our frustration, and you can't be mad at that. Because we was holding it in, that'd be different, but we voicing it, we letting it be known. And honestly, we do have a good record, but we know the standard is to get that Super Bowl ring, especially with the vets we got. The talent we have, we know this talent, it's not going to be around for too long. It's only so much people you can pay. Look, we already took a big deficit from last year. Imagine going into the following year, and that's how Super Bowl windows close. So we got to handle our business. Let's talk about A.J. Brown just a little bit. Jeff McClain had put this out about why A.J. Brown didn't speak to the media. And Jeff McClain was basically saying that, like, he was frustrated. He wasn't happy with the team performance. And he basically agreed with everything what Smitty said, but based on Jeff McClain's sources. The only problem I had with this, literally the only problem, is that A.J. Brown do wear that C on his chest. He got to be the captain. He got to speak out on certain things, in my opinion. But at the same time, I said this in my last video, we had Jalen Reagor as our number 1 and J.J. Arcega-Whiteside as our number 2. Trust me, these dudes got attitudes. They want to act like divas all they want, but if the main goal is winning and putting up them stats and being great players, I don't care how they act towards the media, in my opinion. I really don't care. But I know his attitude is rubbing certain guys off the wrong way. If his attitude was about stats, I think I'd be on those guys' side. But his attitude is literally about this team winning and winning up to a standard. So I can't be mad at AJ about that. I don't know how you could be mad about that. Imagine if he was obliviating his stats, like he's so happy about that and didn't care about winning. Now, that's a whole different discussion. But he definitely cared about winning. All right, so let's get into the last topic. Nick Sirianni and Josh Sweat want to whoop on Gannon. So Josh Sweat was like, look, we got to whoop his, you know what? We got to whoop him when he come into town. So Josh Sweat not really feeling Jonathan Gannon. And Josh Sweat don't really talk too much like that. So there's some animosity there. And even Nick Sirianni had to say this about Jonathan Gannon too.
Love Jonathan Gannon.
Yeah.
I want, and because I do. Like, I hired him to be the defense coordinator. We had so many special moments within the past 2 years. And my sentiment towards Jonathan Gannon is not the same of what I hear the city's sentiment is. All right. I love him. All right. And I'm always rooting for him, except for obviously this week. I want him to feel so freaking uncomfortable, though, when he walks into that, and I'm going to tell him I said this. I want him to feel so uncomfortable, which I'm already sensing that's going to happen when he walks in that stadium, that he never wants to come back to Philly again. Even if he left some stuff in his house that he's got to go back and pick up. I want this guy to feel so uncomfortable.
See, he want to make it uncomfortable. Definitely want to make it uncomfortable for Jonathan Gannon. I think even Gannon said in his presser, like, he don't expect no standing ovation from the crowd or anything like that. So he already know what type of timing we on. He know, man. We gonna get him. We definitely gonna get him. But hey, man, what do you think? How do you feel, man? Trust me, I gotta get the voice right. I am sorry about this, but this content gotta come out. But this is Evil Al, man. I'm out.